right. So the first question is mine. It says, let me just look at the phone like okay. When Malia took the lead and inserted 2 fingers on the inside of her and started riding them, I knew there was no going back then. That back was arched. After all the interruptions, this finally happened. What were your thoughts? This got crazy in the best possible way. It did get crazy in the best possible way. And I'm telling you, I was thinking like, I hope his hands was clean, but I think they were because he said he had washed dishes. I think about stuff.
Did you wash your hands before we get started here?
I'm not getting no infection. Like I'm not. No. Make sure you're clean and ready to go. But I was feeling that from Malia, honey. I was feeling that, and I like the fact that she took the lead. Like, because he pulled her on him to straddle him, and Malia's like, I got the rest. I got this. I liked it for her. So what were your thoughts? Things got crazy in the best possible way. It sure did get crazy. She feels some kind of way about him. He feeling some kind of way about her. Maybe he's been showing up for her. Okay. Whether it's been right or wrong.
He coming through. Okay.
Like he's like, that's wifey. Like he don't play about her. He didn't came through, honey. He made good on some stuff. I was happy for Malia. I was happy she took the lead. I was happy that she like, these fingers need to go places. So you let me handle that. I got this.
Give me that hand. I got the rest. And it better be clean. The nails better be clipped too. We up in here with some dirty hands and the nails ain't clipped. That's going where? Sir.
Going to hell, because I wouldn't even be dating you.
Straight to hell. And you going home.
And you going home. But yeah, it went crazy. It went sideways in the best possible way. I love that when a woman can take the lead. I love when a woman, she know what she wants, she know what she needs. You know what I'm saying? And you are a willing participant. Get down with it. What were your thoughts?
Pay attention. Let the woman lead. The back was arched. She had some help thanks to the ecstasy. I don't like that part. They both were there. I think without the ecstasy, especially where things were building, date by date by date, and encounter by encounter by encounter, things were getting more and more intense. It would have happened anyway. I just wanted to make sure there were no interruptions. That's stuff you could control, sir. You had the doctor come to the house that she didn't ask for. It's always your people that's knocking on the door. That's why I was proud that the audience was being an audience and let them do it. If anybody's going to interrupt, it was going to be, kind of his crew, some triad business. Sometimes we do want to take, especially when it comes to like sex, we want to take the lead. Not all the time, I guess, but when we do, it heightens it a little bit. Felt a little proud. I was actually a little surprised a little bit because she does this stuff where she'll come out. Like if she got to gather you for coming at her wrong, she will. She will come out and then she'll go back into her shell a little bit. For her to take the lead and be like, I want all the and more than just the kissing, because she has no problem, going in for the kiss and blah blah blah. She's like, give me that hand. This is going somewhere because now you done started some stuff. I was proud, surprised, proud, all that. But I definitely like that. I love that for her.
Love that for her.
The back was arched. Yes,
the back was arched. It's getting good when that back is arched.
There was no going back. That's what I wanted. Yeah, I agree. There was no going back at that point.
She said it's getting too good. These fingers is right, What the rest don't do,
It was good. It was good. We're gonna get into that some more. So the next one. Okay, so I laughed when I just talked about that. I laughed when a book said Malia screamed so loud, even Chan's security can hear her from outside. How did this scene come about?
I just think that when it gets good, I feel like it's very relatable, because in my mind, and her holding on to the horns of the altar.
Horns, what was it? The something, the covenant. Something
covenant. And the horns of the altar. Hold on for dear life, you feel? So when she's screaming, I just see Malia hold on to the side of that couch. Like, Jesus, come get your man.
Why? Why should we not hold on to anything?
Girl,
that's us. Yeah, she had to hold on.
When you getting broke off, sometimes you hold on to stuff. You like, he gonna take me off the side of this couch. gotta edit this, but I'm just saying, like.
But
So,
that's some of the rumbling and stuff that you're gonna hear. That's for the audience, you know. If we hit the floor, we all right. We all right.
Well, rumble.
Hold on to the horse. Altar.
No, you didn't. I'm like,
While fornicating, by the way.
Fornicating.
Hold on to the altar. Girl, that's Lord.
Lord.
But yeah, that's how it came about. She was getting that work. She wasn't performing. That was really it needed to come out. That's stuff that she's been holding in forever. So it wasn't like he probably was. No, it wasn't. He probably was. He was going to end. And so yeah, that's all you really can do. You don't want it to stop. So yeah, you just yell out. Like,
why do you stop?
Girl, right. I'm like, now you should at your adult age be able to tell the difference between a scream like you're hurting me. Stop. Please don't do that. Now, if I'm in pain, you'll know.
Oh, you'll know.
But if I'm obviously enjoying myself, Chan was taking care of business. That's how it came about.
Laying it down.
They've been waiting too long. It finally happened. So. Mm-hmm.
Next question is mine. The sex scene was everything I was hoping it would be and more. Who did you share this with when you were done writing it? Absolutely nobody. I went over it a lot because I was like, that ain't given what it's supposed to be given. Because I'm like, for the fact that they have waited all this time in the story, and then for it to be a dud, like, we're not gonna do that. Like, we're gonna have to give what it needs to be given. So I worked on it a lot. And then when I got ready to just put it out, I just put it out. I didn't say nothing. And I remember the morning that Kyrie read it, she called me and she was screaming. She was like, I just read the sex scene. She was like, you did that. And I was like, she was like, it was good. And I was like, okay. So that was like the first feedback I got. And Alicia was like, girl. Now I know I said I wanted it, but I didn't know he was coming at it like that. So I was like, yeah. So I didn't share with anybody. It wasn't like the Antonio Deja scene where, like, I was like, yeah, this was just like I put it out there, and then I guess I was like, I felt like at this point I was like, if anybody's like, tone it down, I would have been like, everybody's gonna think that I'm some kind of a super freak, but I am. But and I'm not though, like I am, but I'm not like that. I'm not for the streets. You know what I mean? Because people think sexually open-mindedness or freakiness automatically means that you just like, throwing that leg open like it's a front door. Like, it's not though. It's definitely not. I mean, it's for the person that you're with. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I would say with that. But no, I didn't share with anybody because I felt like it was good, but I kind of felt like, what if they say I did too much? I feel like I got to go back and edit it again, right? So I was like, let me just put it out there. And if it's too much, it's too much. But I kind of rather it be too much than to be too little. So
she did write it. After I read it though, like she said, I called her and was like, I mean, girl, I thought I was waiting for it. And I mean, I was ready. I thought, damn, this was better than I even thought it was going to be. So after I read it, of course I called her. Who else I'm going to call? Yeah. Definitely, she got a bravo. She wouldn't have got no, yeah, girl, you should have toned that down. What was you thinking, girl? We was raised in the church. Like, it was like, yes, I expect.
Like, but I'm also married with 3 kids, so I do something outside the church. For real. And I mean, sex is so taboo. And like we were saying, we were both, married in our 20s and had kids, but still there wasn't an openness to talk about it. You know what I mean? Even with your husband, you did what you did, but you wasn't like, I really liked it when you did.
Right. And then you sitting there like, well, wait a minute.
I think when I started having my sexual awakening, I think it was like right when I turned 30. I was like, what am I doing? You know what I'm saying? Why am I playing these little stupid little games? You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like why? Like, we know what we're here for. So like, let's put it down. Like, let's do what needs to be done. Like, there is no playing games with this one. This is a Super Bowl, baby. Like, this is a halftime show. Leave it on the field. Why are we doing this? You know what I mean? And I feel like, you remember when we were kids, they would always tell us, you wait till you get married, and then you and your husband can do it, and it's going to be wonderful. And then you get married, and like, I hope you ain't doing all that other stuff.
Pregnant again?
Okay. Didn't God say, be fruitful and multiply? I'm doing my job.
I'm doing what the Lord said. Now you're going to hell because you blaspheme.
You over there being dirty. You over there being nasty, very nasty. This is crazy. So, but yeah, there has to be a freedom. And I see that with women getting older. There's a freedom, that comes with being older. It's like you stop caring about what people think, because no matter what you do, somebody's going to have something negative to say about it. So talk your you know what I'm saying? And I'm going to do me, and we don't have to be friends. We don't have to connect. We can do what we want to do. But yeah, I do feel like the stuff shouldn't be taboo. There's too many things that are taboo in our society. Finances are taboo. I mean, I wouldn't ask somebody like what you make or like what's your debt to income ratio. But I mean, even if you want, strategies and saving tactics, or what are you doing in terms of your investment portfolio? People be active. People gatekeep. That's what it is. The people gatekeep, right? Say certain things are private when it's not necessarily private. It's just that you're a gatekeeper. I don't know. Because you could be sexually open and still have your spouse cheat on you, because that's just what people do, right? But some people need to open up their minds and hear from their spouses, hear what they want, because it's not about just jumping in bed. There's a whole process that goes on before we get to this point. You know what I'm saying? You can seduce me at the kitchen table, while I'm eating dinner, and we can move up somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't just start when you hit the bed. I'm one of the people where it's like, if you want it and I know I want it, why am I washing dishes? Get ready for this. Yeah, go take out the trash, my love. So I'm just, it all gets started very, very early on. And it's like, I like my wine, be like, babe, why don't you go take a shower? I'll bring up your favorite wine. You go put that mango butter on. I want you smelling real sweet, It all starts. That's foreplay in my mind. I'm like, oh, honey, he gonna shut the house down? He taking the garbage out?
It's a garbage out. Oh, now he getting it. He don't even
like, you wash the dishes and cleaned up that kitchen. Okay. The thing is, you can't expect your wife to cook all this food, keep the house clean, and then bust it open. Like, when do you have energy for anything else? And if you work, you see what I'm saying? So if you want her to be ready for you, for the males, you take care of a couple things so that she can go and come back to that bed and wear something nice, all soft and smelling good. You know what I'm saying? But
right. And it's not simping. I hate that crap. Treating a woman with respect or acting like she actually means something.
Talk like that. Let's just be honest. No real man is talking about simping for the woman he loves. Because if women start, I ain't simping for no dude, I ain't cooking for him. You don't know how to be a traditional woman, and that's why men are going overseas to find a woman. Now who's sounding stupid? So you want somebody to bend over backwards for you, show you how much they love you by adoring you and showering you with love and affection. But then if you do it, no, because I ain't no simp. Actually, you are. You are. I mean, and you're the biggest one of them all, because how dare you be married to a woman, in a relationship with a woman that you say you love and care for, but you can't do something nice for her? Newsflash. What you won't do, the next one will. Oh, you for the street. You call it whatever you want to call it, baby. But I'm telling you right now, you don't take care of your business, somebody else will gladly roll up on that.
The dude that you're clowning and calling a simp is the one that'll take your woman from you.
I tell myself, that's my hyena. What? His lady.
I know that's what. Praise God.
Yeah, I need you to be crazy about me, because I'm gonna be honest. You call it simping if you want to, but if that's not where you going, then I don't want it. I don't want nobody. You're a tough guy. I don't rub feet. You're just not for me. You're not my preference.
Wait, you don't do what? Right. I have my preference, and you don't fit that. So
it's not my preference. I like a man who's gonna rub these legs and these toes, because you know where it's gonna go. Like. But if you can't, that's cool. Like, all right. I mean, you just missed out on a good treat, but whatever. You stupid. You stupid.
Right. Go find you somebody that don't want to be treated with any respect or anything like that.
Somebody wants less because I want more.
Yeah. Somebody that don't require too much, I guess. Okay. So there was a lot of foreplay happening before the main event. They didn't rush right into it. They continued to allow the passion to build. Do you think foreplay is something that is better when you have a connection with the person, or can you do this with anyone? Definitely. If we don't have no connection, first off, no time will be had between us. But no, I don't think. Okay, I want to say that no, foreplay can't be done with somebody you don't have a connection with. And then I'm like, hold on, I do watch porn from time to time, and they do stuff.
That's scripted.
I know, but that's what I mean. But they're still doing the actions of the foreplay. That passion ain't there, but they're still doing like the actual foreplay. So me personally, hell no.
Hell no.
No.
My man.
My man. Definitely connection would be. You need, right? Okay.
I'm sorry, I'm open-minded about some one night stands. I'm not open-minded with.
I don't do that. I don't do one night stands.
No, I'm not that open-minded.
Foreplay, like I said, every question is going to start with the right person. So just
right person.
With the right person, yes, that connection is definitely necessary for me, for actually a lot of women. And it's that more enjoyable. Like when you feel like you're just going through the motions, just doing a job. Oh, okay, he wants me to, and he gonna do this, and now we're gonna. No, it's not. And yeah, it flows better. It feels better. It intensifies things. It gets you warmed up. Let's say, you're like, okay, we're gonna have sex, but you're not quite as wet as you'd like to be. That's when foreplay. That is when foreplay is definitely.
Yeah, because I don't want to know KY. Like if you do you don't need the jelly.
The jelly.
I mean, if you need it, you need it. But I'm like, if I'm using jelly, that means you ain't doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Yeah, I'm like, if we require that, or just period. I mean, me, period. I don't have issues.
I need to get jelly.
Right. That means that you, homie, you can say whatever you want. No, it just means something ain't there. Because when a woman wants you, like really wants you, and when things are, everything's right, the mood is right, that's when how everything functions the way it functions. You know how you have to be hard, so to speak. We have to be able to receive you. Anyways, getting back to the main point. Yes.
I want to hear about that receiving part.
Receiving? Being able to receive, like you said, we don't want the jelly. I guess we're not above it, but I just feel like we shouldn't need it. Foreplay is very beneficial. It's important. Yes, it is something you could do with anybody, but when it's done correctly, then you'll have the desired response to being able to receive. It gets you ready. It gets you ready to receive.
Gets it ready. Let me go back over the question. Foreplay is something that's better when you have a connection. Hell yeah, I think a foreplay is going to be better when you have a connection. For you to do this properly and me to do this properly for you, I have to know you. I got to know like what you like, what you don't like. Because what if somebody's foreplay is getting their scalp licked?
Lord Jesus. Oh, I got new stuff to pray about.
He starts licking like your face, and then it's like your ear, and then he didn't part the side of your
but I'm like scalp.
Parts the side of your hair to get some scalp and starts licking. I'd be like, so what are you doing? Because that turned my last girlfriend on. She was a scalp licker. Get the hell off me.
Get on somewhere.
In order to know what get somebody going, you kind of got to know the person that you're dealing with so that you know what to do, what not to do. Because I went and started licking scalp.
I can't. Scalp licking. Oh, it is funny. I'm like, yo, this scalp.
Oh, baby. I'll just be like, you just don't know what people really want. And so that's part of that foreplay of me understanding your likes and your dislikes, people are co-suckers.
I'm sorry. I can't. The scalp. The scalp. I can't. People do. They be into the weirdest shit. You just like
you got that bust down middle part.
You got the bust down. You're like, wait a minute.
Somebody's scalp. Like, yeah, I want to put my tongue on that scalp. But like,
you want me to lift this up? I got the pop smokes going on up under here.
And so he like, nah. I wouldn't even know what he was talking about. I'd be like, is that like a new word for head? Like, what are we talking? Like, well, scalp.
Scalp. Like, oh, you could have just said head.
So, for a second, so yeah, that's you so getting to know somebody means you know their likes and their dislikes, and I can't do that with everybody. And so if you know me, we've been together and we've had these conversations, then you start to be like, oh, okay, she says she likes her back rubbed first, she like them toes played with, or she likes being bitten in random spots, I have spots I like to be bitten. I'm just saying, I like a little bite, like you ain't definitely gonna turn to no vampire. Little sexy bite,
Mm.
I don't feel like you could do that with everybody.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, let me go and pull this.
Now that I can breathe. I'm sorry. I almost died. I just couldn't. The scalp.
Okay. Next question is mine. It says, when Chan placed his fingers that were inside of her into her mouth, I screamed. What was your reaction to this? I was like, at the table last night? I'm like, no, he did. Gonna make her taste herself. Okay.
You're gonna make her taste it.
Okay.
I thought the same thing. I was like, okay, that shouldn't be gross.
I think when Kyrie first talked about it, she was like, no, he didn't. Like, well, I trust me because I'm clean. So
right. You're like, okay, trust me.
I trust me. I'm clean. So yeah, I'm good. Now if you know that you haven't been right,
It's a little tangy.
A little tangy too. If you know you're going to be intimate, there are certain procedures that you should follow. And don't just stand under the water. You know what I'm saying? Bathe yourself, And folks, like, we have to tell it to the ones in the back who don't know. A washcloth is absolutely necessary to be all in them 2,000 parts, okay? Also either like a glove or I like a glove. Some people like the little like the African nets or whatever they use for their bodies. It's an exfoliant, right? So I put my little my little body wash whatever in the glove and I scrub me up, get me all together. But in the more sensitive places, you need that washcloth. Like, you don't deserve.
You get no loving. None.
Don't deserve anybody.
You don't have
cleaned and vetted. I watched something online and this guy was like, I take the bar of soap and I rub my body. You could never. I do mean never be my man rubbing soap on your body and that's it. Oh, so you're gonna need me to run a bath and show you what your mom and your dad lacked in your life, proper hygiene, dunk you in some water and show you this is how you're supposed to properly clean yourself because you cannot. And I'm so crazy about stuff. Like, I don't understand how one night stands even happen because I haven't seen how you clean yourself.
Not for us to do what we do. That's usually how I start stuff. I'd be like, hey, you want to go hop in the shower? Because I'm trying to see something real quick. You know what I mean? I ain't talking about like legit. I just want to see something.
I was like, yeah, we gotta take a shower. Let's take a bath together.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been cleaned properly. Like, so where's your washcloth? You use a washcloth? You don't?
Trifling. That's just trifling. And I feel I shouldn't have to your mom was supposed to raise you. Mm-hmm. Your mom was supposed to raise you, and for you to not know any of that, girl, I will tell you this: if you don't know, you will know. Dealing with me because I don't play none of that. You will not be near me or any of my parts. I won't be receiving anything.
I won't be receiving none of those packages. Cleanliness is next to godliness, is what we was told. But I can't. I can't. And so that's another thing for me. It's like I don't see how people can go do certain things. Like, people hook up after being at the bar or the club, there's dancing and sweating. Listen, I showered before I got there, but I know when I come home from all of that dancing, I'm gonna have to shower again. There's no freaking way I can get back in my bed.
I know, like in my 20s and stuff, like people, you could still smoke like in the club. And I'm talking like tobacco products. You know, when you come out the club, you smell like it. You smell like everybody else in there. You showered before, but yeah, that's that club off of you. So you think we coming out of there, and then you think you. But I knew people that left the club and made it do what it do. Sometimes even in a car, they wouldn't get home. Yeah, I'm like, oh,
you got a demon in you.
I'm gonna pray about that. Okay, as soon as I sober up, I'm gonna pray for you because that's wild,
honey. Me and my cousin are very specific when it comes to cleanliness. You know what I'm saying? And I think that everybody should be. I think cleanliness is right up there with that STDs level of responsibility. I'm safe with you, with me. There's a level of freedom that comes with that. But people are moving faster than the speed of light, and you don't even know if somebody changed their drawers that day. I cannot. I've heard stories from people about hooking up with people, and then when it was over, you walk past somebody's underwear, and it's like, I was like, you didn't know, you didn't smell? It's a hell no. You know what I'm saying? It's a hell no. Cleanliness is up there with them STDs being checked.
Well, even talk about it like, yeah, girl, you know, he was so funky, but you know, and I'm like, wait, like, what? You saw what in this underwear? Oh, and went ahead and did
magic at the end of the rainbow. Pot of gold, little nugget.
Little pot of gold. All that glitters ain't gold. Yeah, I'm gonna be side eyeing you if you tell me about some dirty sex you don't have.
Oh, I got made fun of for my brother one time because he was like, "You're so sterile." You know, he was like, "I don't want to get in your business, but have you ever just had like dirty sex?" No, he was like, "You done been married all these years and you ain't just ever just dirty, ain't showered in a day or two." No.
Even in my married days, like, all right, let's hop in the shower.
I can't do that. I'd be so embarrassed to let my man get close to me. I know I ain't showered in 24 hours. Like,
right. I can't be as free as I want. You know what I mean? Feel confident. Yeah, you could really put it down. You could don't do it if I'm not, you know.
If I wasn't clean, I wouldn't be able to do it. I'd be like, okay.
I'd be too, yeah, you know, you try and keep your arms.
Because people will do stuff and they'd be like, I mean, you was kind of rancid. You will never get a chance to tell me that. You ain't never gonna get a chance to tell me you should have washed yourself first.
Dude, I know you're hating, and I know that you got a problem with the truth, and I know you're a liar because
you lying. I'll laugh in your face because I'm like, nah, I know you lying now. But my mother always taught me, you know, she would say, even when you're married, don't get so comfortable with your spouse where you sleep with your husband and you know that you're dirty. Like, always make sure that you're clean. She said, because a man will, you know, he will go up one side of the mountain and down the other one. And when you be like, what does that mean? And my mother's terminology, going up one side of the mountain is tearing you up and down with a mouth. You know what I'm saying? I started to the left, worked you to the right, and you got to toe it off. So that's what that means, going up the mountain and then down the other side. Like, I tore you up, baby. Like, you thought I was done, and then I started again. I'm saying, so no, Jesus. So I love when I say that. You know, I love it. What was the next question?
What were your thoughts when he picked her up off the couch and took her to the bedroom to continue what they started? He had them sheets soft and ready.
No, that's right.
Sexy. Oh my God, sexy. I don't, oh my Lord. Being like I don't weigh anything. I don't know. It's just something about it. Pick me up, whisk me away. Yeah. He was like, no, she needs more than this couch. Like, we need some more space. I got a king size bed. I'm ready to do some flipping, some tossing, some, you know, and what I want to do to her, she gonna end up hitting this floor. And then I might end things, you know, she hit her head too hard, then it's like game over, and then it's not even fun no more. It's not even like whatever. So he knew he had a king bed, he knew he had some soft sheets, he knew he was ready. He knew he was ready. He was ready for that night. He made sure there was gonna be no interruptions. So you know that bed was ready. Okay, I'm thinking the room smelled nice. I'm thinking candles. I'm thinking essential oils. I'm thinking silk sheets. I'm thinking all that good stuff. Make sure you get toe down. Right. Like, now that I'm in here and I'm looking around, yeah, you getting this work. So
in the worst
Yeah,
way.
no, it was sexy, and like I said, things were really getting ready to ramp up because when they go in the room,
So I can't do what I need to do on
they
this.
get ready to lose. Right? He's like, I ain't got the kind of space I need.
I was in space.
He needs some workspace, and she did too. Shoot, she like, oh, I can't write it the way I want, but he took her back to the room. But yeah, kind of thing to do. Pick me up. Make me feel like I don't weigh anything. Bring me back in the room. Toss me on the bed, and we about to get it cracking. We about to get it cracking. I thought it was a hot scene.
It was.
It's hot. The bed scene was even hotter, but it was hot. They were making it do what it do.
Make it do what it do.
So yeah, he needed some space. That makes it like, I don't know, makes it sexy. I can't put stuff in the words today for some reason, but I know what I'm thinking in my mind. Like, when you hearing about, like, if somebody's describing food to you and they're like, yeah, girl, I seasoned it with this, I did that, I tenderized it. You're like, I can't wait to eat it. Like, ooh, he picked her up. He took her bedroom.
Pick me up, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I was like, yes, praise God. Pick me up, honey. Let me wrap my legs around that body, yaddy. Like, let's continue. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt that. Like, yeah, lay me down some soft, Egyptian cotton, high red count silk sheets. Like, let's really get this going. Like we had a nice sampler platter, a little bit of everything on the couch. Now we're ready for course. And yeah, you definitely need work. You definitely need space to move and to do what you need to do without being trapped. Yeah, I thought it was real sexy. I'm just like, baby,
perfect.
And
now you're ready for the main course.
Yeah, do with me what you will. Like you said, pick me up, make me feel like you got me. Women want to be swept away, like sweep me away, baby. Like it's the ocean. Like I liked it, Like you said, pick me up, make me feel like it ain't nothing. Like
it ain't nothing. Pick me up and you're like grunting. I'm not heavy at all, but I'm just saying, if you pick me up, you're not only hear that. Pick me up. Now I'm gonna break no sweat.
Yeah, it's like, baby, I'm not that heavy. You want to get in the gym, something. Carry me, like, get your stuff off the couch.
Now, if we put these pillows down on the floor, so you don't fall.
Carry me. I want to be carried.
$9.99 Walmart sheets that ain't been washed in about a week and a half. That ain't gonna do it for you. What if he picked you up all
It hasn't been washed. What the hell is the problem?
I'm like, wait a minute. Why do I smell some?
Some I ate in my bed. It shouldn't be smelling like that. You ate some ass in your bed.
It was an ass that you ate? I'm smelling some body odor. Like, what are you talking about?
That's a fear of mine, dirty sheets.
That's why I was like laughing. I was like, me neither. I'll just be like, okay, put me down. But I can see the horror on your face. Like,
you gotta talk about it. I'm done. I'm leaving.
Pick you up and get you down. Everything's going right. He gets you back to the back room. You're like,
what if it was like a hoarder's castle in there? He moved the stuff.
This the pile. This my sleeping pile. Like your sleeping pile.
I went to go one time on hoarders with this man and this woman, and she was the hoarder, but he loved her, so he stayed in that mess too. He hated it. So they will show us your bed. They had a queen size bed. What about this much space of it available? Girl, there was no sheet on the bed. Like it was just bare mattress. And he's like, we have to sleep in this, and I'm uncomfortable. And it was trash and garbage and just foolishness every which way. And the bed, this little pathway, this little line. And he was like, this is all we have to sleep on. And so the person who was there was like, where do you guys get intimate at? And he looked, he was like, right there. Get his clocks clean on this nasty bed.
Girl with no sheets. Oh, that poor man. And for him to like take so long to answer it, he knows that's wrong. He knows it's wrong.
Yeah, he was really, really embarrassed. And so I remember the lady was like, I can rub it in too. She was like, you guys get intimate right here? He was like, yeah. And then the camera went and like flipped up. And the part was when the camera flipped up like it did, there was this big, huge cobweb that was like cascading like it was some decorations.
Oh no.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
People.
When that woman came in and she was like doing a little interview, it opened his eyes. He was like, I'm better than you.
He's like, wait a minute. I know I wasn't supposed to live like this, but now that I gotta say it out loud for the world to see.
I feel like it kind of changed him a little bit. He was just because I think he was like kind of like crushing on like the little chick who was there. And he was just like, I mean, I could be with her in like a full bed with like sheets and pillowcases. You know, so
sheets. You didn't know she got sheets and pillowcases.
He wasn't dirty. Like he was like, I take a shower every day. And he was like, nobody believed, like he was saying that like his coworkers and people who know him who have had to stop by, they're just like, this isn't you, you know? So yeah, he looked so ashamed. And oh girl. So what happened next was one of the chicks from his job, I don't know why they invited her. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, now I'm remembering. So the reason why girl, it was like a real twist and some tangos. So what happened was
twist and some tangos.
It was. So what happened was his coworker came over. And so I'm thinking, why my man got his coworker who's a woman coming over to the house and we all gonna stand up in the bedroom and talk? So I was like, that's odd, right? And so when the people with the camera crew had walked out, you know how like the mics be on? The lady said something to the men and they came back in there. They was like, listen, we heard what y'all said. So what was said? Come to find out, they was having three ways. On that little strip of the bed.
On that little strip of bed. I would say on that little strip of bare mattress. Oh.
To find that episode. And so what happened was, and the woman was like, that's why he won't leave me, because I give him threesomes. And she wasn't like happy about it. She was really ashamed. And he was like, well, if I'm gonna have to live like this, she should do something for me. And so the lady who was like the third wheel, she's like, I've been trying to tell him, he don't need to have to live like this. I told him he could move in with me. My apartment is clean. Girl, then they took us over to her apartment and how clean it was. And now he's like, yeah, I come over here and I take my showers. And I was thinking, like, how the hell is he so clean? You know, because his bathroom looked like a mess. And she was like, I don't want him to leave me. The one with the hoarder problem. And he's like, it's just, it helps me that I have her. I can turn to her from his job and complain about how his wife leave the house dirty. But then when he want to smash and bow, he get him on that little piece of that. Get
him on that little. I'm sitting like, well, if they know about each other, why don't everybody just go to home real quick?
So the lady from the Hoarder show, who was like the host, whatever, was talking to them. She was like, okay, well, if you guys are gonna do this, like, why you guys don't go to her house?
Right.
He was like, because this is where we live. She was like, well, I mean, you guys keep saying how it's really uncomfortable to be here on this like little tiny piece of the bed. And he's like, I mean, girl, he was a whole asshole. Okay. So he over there screwing both of them women on this like little landing strip of the bed.
The landing strip.
Wheel. And she's all, for him, I do it. And I'm thinking, if they're having three ways, he probably telling them to do stuff to each other. And I'm thinking she's probably over there tasting her butt and that house ain't being cleaned.
Oh God, ew.
Clean in a while. I'm thinking about something. You down there munching on her booty?
Munching.
Let me get back to it. Like, but yeah, it was a crazy episode. All right. Let me see where we at. So it says, I laughed when the book said Malia was screaming so loud that the security could hear her in the hallway. Do you think Malia will be doing the walk of shame in the morning? Like I told you guys, I'm past 30. So today's my birthday. No, we don't have walks of shame anymore because that's just not going to be a thing.
I wouldn't be shamed at all.
I had a great time. Didn't you hear me last night cheering?
What I got to be shamed for? We had sheets.
Yeah, we had sheets. I mean, I don't know what Malia might do. Malia's Malia. Karina, there is no walk of shame. I did what needed to be done. You know what I'm saying? I came, I scored, I won. I'm proud. You know what I'm saying? Like, but I think that's what happens when you own your sexuality and stop acting like it's weird. Like, oh, you're always making noise. Because it was good. Like, what are you supposed to do? Like, if the food is good, you ain't gonna be like, you're like, oh, this is good. Like, what did you you add a little sazon. Like, what did you do? Like, is that adobo? Is that sofrito? Like, what are we doing? You know what I'm saying? You're trying to find out what the seasonings were. You feel? You enjoy your meal. You should enjoy your lover. You should and I don't want you just to be my lover. Like, you got to be my man, and my man. You know, because people talk about some lover. Lover means you share him with like a bunch of
on a strip of bed
with no sheets,
strip and cobwebs above.
Girl, that ass was wild on Hoarders. I was like, so yeah. I would personally, if it was Karina, there would be no walk of shame. Why? Why am I ashamed? I had an amazing time last night with y'all's boss, and he probably give y'all a little bonus because he's happier today. Bonus, like, yeah. Okay.
That's some good. If that Negro go to work and give his employees a bonus, girl, you give yourself all kind of pats on the back. Like, yeah, I really put it on him.
So do you think you would be having the walk of shame, or do you think Malia's gonna have the walk of shame tomorrow? What do you think?
She's not gonna have no walk of shame. She don't. I wouldn't even let her. Like, I ain't in the story, but I'm like, girl, it ain't nothing to be ashamed of. Me personally, no. Like, that's why I said earlier, like, I like the fact that they had an audience. They weren't being like watched, like nobody was in the room, like
you could hear it,
but they could hear what's going on, and whatever. So no, I wouldn't be. Let me hurry get out of here before anybody see me. I don't want them to see me in such a light.
I mean, like, he was like kids around. Now that'd be like really shameful. I can't lie. Like, if my kids heard stuff, I'd be like, oh my God, they know their mom is in there just getting tossed, just getting worse. Sideways, right?
Now, I ain't saying that about my kids. I'm like, F everybody else's kids. But yeah. Can you imagine girl coming out and Nikki's standing right there? I heard some noise.
Girl.
Were you being hurt? Like, I couldn't get in the room.
Okay, so the next question is mine. It says, when Chan warned Malia he was about to go into overdrive on her ass.
Wait, what number are you on, Karina? Number what?
9.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sorry. So this is my question. It says, when Chan warned Malia he was about to go into overdrive on that ass, I grabbed my blanket and wrapped around my neck.
Girl, you had to brace for it, right?
She grabbed her blanket and wrapped it around her neck. I just knew it was about to get wild as F. You were told the same thing. Would you have just tapped down and left, or would you have stayed?
Now, come on. We both can answer that and say, we staying for that ride, boo. We already there.
I'm going to ride her, baby. I ain't going nowhere. Okay. She said, well, he said he's going to go to overdrive on half.
Like, hold on. What does overdrive entail? No. I'd be like, all right, well, come on with it. Quit talking that shit. Come on.
That's exactly the energy I'd be like, all right, like, I mean, you talking like you gonna do something. Like, I want to see what you can do. I'd be talking so much.
Overdrive. That's it. Just overdrive. Fine. Do what you gotta do.
You talking a lot, but I need to see some action.
I'm trying to see something anyway. Right.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been for me. It wouldn't have been like, oh my God, he said it's about to get really wild. Should I just leave? No, because I need to figure out how wild this is gonna get. So I'm not thinking. Okay.
Now don't tell me that and not perform, because you're gonna hear about that shit for the rest. However long we together, you're gonna hear about that. Be like, nah, you remember that one time going to overdrive and I almost fell asleep? What was that about? Like, what was that about? Like, what happened? Overdrive. Yeah. So if you saying that now, make sure you put in that work. That's all I'm saying. No, I'm not tapping.
I gotta find out what this look like. I gotta figure. I mean, because we're already here. I didn't come this far just to come this far.
For real.
Working with what we doing? What are we doing?
Like God didn't bring me this far to leave me. Like,
yeah, just leave me here. Like I want
already
to find
here.
out what power drive look like.
Power drive.
I want that power drive. I want you to go overdrive. All right, damn it. If somebody would have told me that, I'd be like, word. I would have outed. Ooh, okay. Like you're talking my language now. I'm not scared. I ain't never scared. Baby, it's bone crusher.
But if you're reading about it, you got to put a blanket around your neck.
I was like, clutches. A blanket around that neck. She said, no. He said he's gonna go to overdrive on that ass. Nah, baby. I got to tap out. No, I'm not tapping out nothing. I'm tapping in. Let's go. What we doing?
Like, time, shit. Been waiting.
I'm like, well, I mean, you got me warmed up. Let's go. I want to see what we're doing though. Like, I want to see the levels. There's levels to this.
It's levels to this. Yeah,
it's
you
levels.
You gotta know that. So this is our final question.
Final question.
Were you surprised that once it was over? Okay. Oh,
soft.
Okay. Were you surprised that once it was over, they didn't even speak to each other afterward? What do you say after something that intense? There'd be some breathing noises. You might hear a ah, a who, a who. Damn. But I'm just saying, I'm not talking to you, so to speak. Yeah, some that and yeah, no. You guys are gonna pass out probably shortly after, and then each other out, I guess you could say. And this is out. They're both gassed out.
All right, Kitty Scott came out of you.
See, I got some kittyisms in the bank.
Kittyism, baby.
Yeah, after y'all don't pumped each other out, and yeah, you gonna go to sleep. There ain't nothing to say. So yeah, there isn't nothing really for them to say right in that moment. Now, once everybody has regained consciousness, so to speak, once the smoke is cleared, you might want to. I don't know. Even then, it's like other than oh, damn, you put it down, whatever.
You don't put it down.
But no, I wasn't surprised that they didn't say anything afterwards. I mean, a lot went into that scene. A lot.
I mean, what is there to say? I mean, oh, you just really did your big one.
I mean, yeah. Like you did that. Like
maybe what's understood doesn't have to be spoken. Just like let's go to sleep.
There it is. That's my answer right there. What's understood ain't gotta be spoken.
You did your big one. I did my big one. I'm tired. You tired. Yeah.
Let's get a nap in and
nap in. Yeah, that's what it came down to. Yeah, I don't feel like it's shocking. I would have been more shocked if they'd have been like, yeah, and then the way you sucked my toe and you put my thigh on your shoulder, like, let it marinate.
Right.
Like, you talking a lot, sis. Like, yeah, I don't think there's anything that needs to be said. I mean, they came and they went and they conquered, and it's time to sleep now. I mean, if he was to say something at this point, it'd be like, "I get you a cup of tea." You know what I'm saying? Can I give you some water? Did you need a sandwich? If you're not offering me something to eat or drink, I don't know what we need to be talking about. Just let me kind of roll over. And what is it when you just
lost in thought? I guess maybe
you're in the moment. You relax. You're happy, and you can tell like if that person wasn't happy, they probably had a look on their face of like disgust one. Like, that was the overdrive button. That was the power drive.
Like, so what you finna do? What you finna get into?
Girl, could you imagine if Chan would have been like, that was really great, but I got to get up early in the morning.
Right. I gotta get up early in the morning. That's what they say though. When you ask people what you finna get into. Yeah. That's a polite way of kicking them out.
I would be like, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like I need you to love me, because if you love me, you could never talk to me like that. When you love that person, you would never. Oh, you working tomorrow too? Right. All this guy on IG, whatever. He makes like a lot of skits and stuff. He had this girl come over. He's been like jockeying for a while, and baby, I love you. Ooh, ooh, ah. And then when everything was said and done, my boy just got jumped. I gotta go. So you 5-0? You gotta show up. I gotta back him up. That's why you don't mess with people who don't love you. Because when people don't love you, they do no. Because I don't like sleeping in bed with somebody. But you what?
I'm like, wait a minute, you been in my bed and you was trying to move in.
It hit different when you love that person. And when that person loves you, they're not rushing you out the door. They got what they wanted from you and now they don't want you around. You could never. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't laying down with nobody unless you love me, babe. You got to be in love with me. Okay?
You gotta be upset.
All right. Well, that's all for this episode of Rose City, the after show. We hope you enjoyed our episode on chapter 46. Tonight is the night part 2. Yeah, don't forget to tune in when we come back again, and we're gonna be diving into the morning after chapter 47. If you haven't already started reading, baby, what you waiting for? What are you doing? What are you doing? Right. First 10 episodes are free on mystylebykarina.com. Go over there. We transitioned from Kindle Bella onto the website. You can also grab yourself some merch while you're there. You want to impress me? Support me. Anyway, so we're sure you're going to be hooked. Start reading. We love hearing from our readers. Please add your thoughts, your questions, and your theories to the comments and reach out to us on Rose City, the After Show on Facebook, IG, or TikTok. Well, TikTok is my name, but that's fine. I use it for Rose City stuff. I don't use it for anything personal. All links will be provided in the description. As always, thank you for tuning in, and we're going to see you next time in Rose City. Bye.